the Supreme Court on Friday, earlier today, in what has been described by many as a victory for the rule of law and a gain for democracy, has approved the use of the old naira notes of 1,000, 500, and 200 banknotes till December 2023. Yes, you can spend your naira now going forward. The Apex Bank, beg your pardon, the Apex Court, Supreme Court now gave the ruling in a unanimous judgment on Friday that the old naira notes shall continue to be a legal tender until December 23, 2023. Yeah. Well, in its ruling, the court declared Buhari's order on new naira note invalid, ruling that the directive given earlier by the president was unconstitutional and illegal. So we say, what does this mean for the economy? So let's get talking now. We may have, of course, good enough that we have a lawyer that will be joining us on the program to look at the constitutional implication or the legality of this ruling. So thank you for joining us, Ambrose, once again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so talk to us about this particular, how do you respond really?
Actually, for me, I would start that there's a purpose for the naira design. One, two, the High Court of the Law of the Land have also given a ruling on how whether to continue or discontinue. Today, it is made clear that yes, the two currency, old and new, will run concurrency till 31st December 2023. But one thing is that the purpose of 1391 achieve one, from the one they said the money outside the banking vote is almost 3 trillion outside, and with this event now, we're able to pull like almost 2.5 trillion back to the system.
Right.
Then it make it easier for monetary policy to make impact on the economy. Before now, with all the interest rate hike we have seen, because the money outside the bank were more than, that is why even when we are adjusting rate, it's not making impact on inflation, because funds are coming from somewhere to be spent pushing price. But if as we are tightening up rate of that, should have kind of shaken the money in the system. That means we'll see that impact only once in apart of from May to the last inflation that that was January. This is December, January.
The December inflation.
No, December.
Okay, inflation. December inflation.
Yeah,
for January.
Yes. So for me, this activities or this policy will help us to see going to the future what is going to happen. But apart from the naira design, there are other economic parameters we can also look at to see if whether we're making progress or not. Fine, we're having an MPC coming by end of this month. Yes, they just released a February Purchasing Manager Index, and the first time for almost 2 years that we're coming down below 50. Means our economy contracted in the month of February, and this has a lot of impact of the cash crunch. For me, I think CBN we're looking at this. Yes, we have succeeded in bringing back money back to the banking system. Fine, and also we are seeing the impact on the what we call business activities for the month of February. Okay, well, now that I say the Supreme Court say, we can use this to but for me, the activities, the target of that have been achieved. Money back to the system one. Then overnight they can't release 2.5 trillion back to the system again. It's not possible. I think yes. Coming. For me, this is the example. For me, it's good for both the economy, both for the policymakers, and everybody. It's good for everybody. But for me, the good thing is that let the president and his team just obey the court order, and I believe that should happen, because they are, if you really want to stand as a leader, you must also set example. Now that they are giving us really where we're going, once this is obeyed, that means gradually funds will start coming back to them. That will also boost the economy. But I believe that gradually, rate hike will continue to reduce in Nigeria, because if we are slowing already in economic activities, if you further hike your rate in March, we're going to further strengthen the situation. For me, I believe that one we are seeing that we have slowed down from below 50 now to almost 44.7. It shows that the next MPC meeting was expect to see either a flat or 25 basic. If you go more than that, you will further, because
I for one believe that there's an implication of that. I mean, big. Let me say not just implication, about implications of the fact that how will CBN release over 2 trillion naira into the economy? I mean, I'm yet to see that happen between now and even election. But we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's quickly take a break. When we return, we start on that note. It's big task ahead of the CBN after the unanimous ruling by the Supreme Court earlier today on the new naira note.